And we're live. Cheers, everyone. Back for another review, and it's another duo review with Bumpy over at Bumpyisms. So this is a beer that Bumpy sent me. This is an old school one.
Literally and figuratively.
literally and figuratively. So yeah, this is one of the beers out of the package that Bumpy sent me. So this is the 2017 version of Old School from Dogfish Head. I have the little tag. His didn't have the tag, but yeah, 2017. So 7 years old. 15% barley wine style ale brewed with figs and dates. So yeah, I had this. I think I told Bumpy this 2015. I think was the last year I had it. Might have been, I don't remember. It was a long time ago, but this is the first time Bumpy is trying this beer. So
Yeah, it says right there this beer ages with the best of them. On the side.
Oh yeah.
The funny thing, like if you look at the label, all right, so like Fallout, that Amazon Prime had the Fallout hit, and you had the cowboy. I mean, that's just a fitting
picture. Yeah.
Yeah, they should be drinking this beer.
Like the grainy background, kind of. Like
yeah.
Wallpaper. Like old school. Like yeah. I mean, I guess old school. That's why they have a cowboy on it. I don't know what the reference for.
I like the feel of the label too. It's that old weird papery. It's crunchy, like the like stickiness behind it's starting to kind of come off. So you rub your finger over it, kind of does that like crunch.
You can tell it's definitely an aged beer. So yeah, just this is an American barley wine. Like I said, brewed with figs and dates. So, shall we crack it open?
We should. This is the moment of truth.
The moment of truth.
Now it's from 2017. That makes it what?
7 years. Yeah, 7 years old. Got the little danger cap on it, the little yellow.
Oh, there's a little hiss on mine. Did yours hiss?
Same with mine.
It's building a head in the bottle.
Cheers, Ghost.
Oh, there's like this weird like sediment stuff that's stuck to the side of the bottle when I poured it. It's probably the figs.
Probably, yeah. I didn't really pour aggressively, but I don't really have much carbonation.
Yeah, mine looks like my bottle has like stuff stuck to it. It's like if you had like Nesquik chocolate milk and you stirred it in the glass and they kind of had the dry chunks stick to the side of the glass. That's what happened to my bottle. It's got this murky, dark.
You can see it in there, yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
It's like grainy, kind of. Like, yeah, definitely something. It's hard. You can't really see. I was trying to see in the bottom of the bottle, but
yeah, there's chunks in the bottom of my glass.
Mine's not. Well, mine. Different cameras. I'm trying to see. Oh yeah.
I had my beer stored sideways in the fridge. I had it in the top, so it was laying down like this.
Oh, mine was sitting straight up.
Yeah.
So that's why. I don't really have a lot of floaties in mine, but I mean, not much head. I mean, there was a hiss. There's carbonation, but it's not like soda.
I've never had this beer. I have a book. For those of you that don't know, I did homebrew. I can still get back into it. I have all my equipment still. And I homebrewed for a number of years. And I actually have a book from Dogfish Head that has their recipes. And I made a barley wine out of that book. And I just took a whiff and
It
this
smells like it.
smells like that barley wine.
Yeah, shit. Hopefully that's a good thing.
Yeah, it was a raisin day extra was the
Oh, that's a
one.
great one. Yeah, that one's
Yeah, it
yeah.
used raisins, but the figs and all that, it smells just like it.
Yeah, I from what I remember when I had this, it does taste similar to Raison de Extra. I think that's like an ancient ale or something is what they call it, or in the dark. I don't know. I forgot
Yeah,
what Raison. No, ancient ale is that other one that you said. I think
the Midas touch.
no the the Raison de Extra. I forgot what they classify it as. I think it's like a
I can look. I
dark
can look it
strong.
up when we have a moment. I can
Yeah,
just grab the book. I'll go through. I'll find the recipe that I brewed.
I think it's like
Um,
a dark strong or something like that. Maybe I don't know.
the aroma instantly brought me back, like friggin' like Jesus. When I brewed that thing 10 years ago.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that was it. Was a good barley one.
Let's get a nose on it. Definitely's got a sweetness to it.
Yeah, it's like to me it smells like raisins, but I mean figs and dates. I mean those are they're very similar.
Yeah, I'm picking up like a little vanilla. Maybe that's that. And like it's
Yeah,
like smells bready, like a brown
sweetness, maybe
bread.
maybe even brown sugar. Is there brown sugar in this at all?
It doesn't say. It just says figs and dates, but maybe that those dark fruits give off.
Yeah,
Let me pull. I gotta
it
pull up.
smells like a. It smells like some type of really thick like molassesy um like dark fruit pie, like a Thanksgiving, like almost like a
I can see that.
pecan
Yeah,
pie.
yeah, yeah. There's definitely you can definitely smell some of that hoppiness. I'm getting at it. Oh, this has 85 IBUs by the way.
Yeah,
Uh, so yeah, definitely an American because I feel like English not don't really get that. Oh, this says that's never mind. That's Romans. Original release date 2002. Um, glassware snifter is the preferred. Cheese pairings, if anyone's interested. Blue cheese with honey,
oh
maybe.
okay, yeah, beer man would be interested in that.
And food pairings would be almond stuffed dates, pumpernickel, and tart cherries. Not, let's see. Yeah, there's not. They don't really tell. They're just figs and dates, and they don't even. Well, they're not even listed on their website as a American IPA or barley wine. They're just saying barley wine. But on the bottle it says a barley wine style ale. I mean, why don't you just call it a barley wine? It almost has that 120 smell to it, like an aged 120. In my opinion, maybe it's just the I'm getting picking up some of that alcohol in there too. I mean, it is 15%. Yeah, definitely like bready
Mm.
and sweet. Not overly sweet, but you do get a little of that alcohol off the aroma. And it smells good. Hopefully, it holds up well. Um, I don't really have. There's like a there's still liquid. There's a decent amount of liquid in my bottle or beer left, and I'm like looking down the towards the bottom of the bottle, and I'm tipping it, and there's definitely like some sort of like a big sediment ring on the bottom of the bottle.
Mm. All right, so this is I was just looking. It might be big. I think I might have done a combination.
Oh, boy, yeah.
This Big Mama's barley wine. So, because I remember using certain ingredients, I may have done a combination between that and some other barley wine that they have.
What was the ABV of the one that you brewed? Do you remember? What's it?
It was around 11%.
Oh, nice.
All right, these are their actual like 60-minute IPA. How to make that? These are their actual ones. India Brown Ale,
That's cool. They put out a book like that, so you can.
Raison d'Etre. That's a Brian Sellers Dogfish Head Craft Brewery. Belgian ale yeast, so that's more of a like a Belgian, probably a quadruple.
Oh yeah, that
The
makes sense.
Raison d'Etre.
Yeah, this beer kind of smells like that too, as well. I guess because of the raisins, obviously. Well, this doesn't have raisins.
Yeah, I think I brewed. Yeah, so I think I followed the recipe of the Big Mama's barley wine, and I think I chose like another beer and I put raisins in it
Oh,
as
nice.
well. Yeah,
That's cool. Heck yeah. Yeah.
we kind of
Smell.
combine their recipes. But yeah, enough of that. We kind of got that out of the way. Definitely has a good smell to it though.
There we go.
Surprised that it kept up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, well, they do say you can age it. So just like
Yeah.
120 and some of
That's the thing though. Like a lot
stuff.
of beers that they say you can age, it's like you look at like maybe 3-4 years. Because sometimes you start in the 5th, 6th, whatever year, the beers can really start to go downhill.
Yeah. Well, I think like for 120, they're like, oh, drink it fresh or age it for 5 years or something. That I know people age it for longer than that. Cheers, Samantha. Good to see you.
It has alcohol legs on the glass.
Oh yeah. I'm getting like apple. Are you getting like an apple? You know?
Like a little green Granny Smith. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it smells like it held up. I guess we'll see when we try it. You want to dive into it?
Yeah, this would be interesting.
So,
this is where things can change. I've smelled a beer that was super old that smelled awesome, and then we drank it like
right, and you're like,
I was like, oh.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers, dude. That's booze. There's alcohol there. They don't hide that.
Yeah, it's not as rich on the palate.
No.
I thought it was going to be more rich because the nose kind of gave off like that kind of brown sugary sweetness.
It's very alcohol forward. That's the first thing I'm getting when I drink it.
And there's still a bitterness. There's a bitterness that really kicks at the tail end.
Cheers, Tommy Carroll. Yeah. And I'm not really.
Is this barrel aged?
It doesn't say. No, I don't think it is. It doesn't say. It just says barley wine style ale.
Because it almost has like a woody kind of flavor on the finish.
It does, yeah. Are you getting those figs and dates? Because
yeah, it's not as prominent. Like in the nose, you could really smell them. It definitely kind of hits for me with that mid palate follows through. It's kind of there as a consistent. It's just kind of it's like if you had a storybook, a pop-up storybook, you flip the page, boop. The figs and dates are kind of back. They're kind of like flat on the page as like maybe alcohol and like wood is up front and that pop out, and then you get the kind of figs stuff
I
like
mean,
that.
there's still a sweetness to it, but that alcohol really, like, it drinks like a higher ABV than the 50%. Um,
What do you say, medium body?
yeah, medium body. It's not.
I
I
think the
would.
carbonation has died down a bit from what it used to be.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. You still have. See, I don't really have any floaties in mine.
I'm amazed at the amount of bitterness that's still kicking around.
Right? Yeah. I mean, for what, 7 years old?
Yeah, it's very earthy, woodsy.
Uh huh. Definitely an American barley wine, though, you can tell.
Mm.
The hoppiness.
I think this. I personally, I didn't have it super fresh, but I think within like a year or two of this being brewed would have probably been its like peak.
Right. Yeah.
I think it's definitely. I think it's fallen off quite a bit.
Some of the flavor notes. I mean, like I said, I had it years ago. I don't know if
Yeah.
it was necessarily fresh, but could have been.
Yeah, I've never had it super fresh, but just based off the aromas, like I said, sometimes like the aromas can still kick in a beer that's old, but then for
Hmm.
whatever reason the palate just kind of falls
This
off.
is just kind of This is just very alcohol forward. A
Yeah.
little bit of sweetness. You kind of get those dark fruits on the back end. You still get a little of that hoppiness, but it's kind of it. It drinks higher ABV than what it is. Like I feel like I'm drinking like
Yeah.
a worldwide
Yeah.
stout or something like that, or a 120 or something.
That's the thing. I think that like the sweetness and stuff is kind of diluted. So what alcohol probably was masked before by that is not hidden anymore.
Right.
Now you're definitely getting the
Which is
alcohol.
weird because, like they say for 120, they're like, it's
Oh yeah, age it and it will kind of like it tastes like it's
mellow
like
out.
less
Yeah.
alcoholic. Yeah.
Yeah. But this one seems to, I don't know. Like I said, I don't remember if I had it fresh or not. I know this is the
Right.
first time I had it too. So,
This is like the Wizard of Oz after they already found that it was
right. Right.
just some guy behind the curtain.
It's definitely, definitely a sipper for sure. I mean, yeah, there's really not much going on besides the alcohol and that hoppiness. I
Yeah,
mean, you get a
it
little
just very
yeah,
diluted fig date. Um, the nose like had me, with that whole like brown sugar
yeah,
type thing. Um,
yeah.
mm,
It's
yeah, there's still a little burn in the chest.
yeah, which is crazy. I mean, for being, think it would mellow it out after all these years, but
Well, just think about it. There's probably nobody else in the world right now that's drinking this beer with us.
right? That's true. Yeah, maybe. Now I got a 2007. Maybe.
There's some like rich guy that's like, "Rah,
Right?
all stories of this."
He's got like all the old school or old Dogfish Heads. Um, yeah, this is interesting for being. I mean, I kind of knew some of those flavors might have fallen off for being
Mm,
how old it was, but I didn't think it would like that booze would be that prominent after. Like it's still kind of hot,
yeah.
Like I don't, I don't know how that is, but um,
Yeah, this is one. I mean, I know Dogfish Head is now merged with Sam Adams or the Boston Beer Company, but
yeah,
this is one that bring it back, because I want to try it. I want to try it fresh.
yeah. Oh, well, then sometimes it might not be the same either, too. They
Yeah,
re-release
I
it.
think fresh. I think that this one would win me over versus like the Bigfoot barley one. Because
Oh,
like
yeah,
the Bigfoot barley wine from Sierra Nevada, like fresh it's so bitter that it's hard to get the other flavor notes out of it. And that's one that like you let it sit for like a year or two, it's usually at its sweet spot. I think that this one's super fresh. I think that it would have enough sweetness coming from that fig and date um, combination that I think that it would
So
really work.
so this one's 85 IBUs for this one. What's Bigfoot IBUs?
110, I think,
Is it that high?
or 90. It's up there.
90. You're right. So five point difference. 85 to 90. But that one's only 9.6 compared to 15%.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this is a much bigger beer.
Yeah. And I mean, it definitely drinks. Oh, that's all the thing I always found out, found interesting with Dogfish. With the obviously the yellow cap or warning sign label. Like they don't really hide the booze that well. Percentage wise, because honestly, you've had brewery beers and stuff, right? Like the big, like black.
Well, yeah, the 120 and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, the 120 I think is actually pretty well hidden. That to me, it tastes, the 120 tastes like a barley wine.
I agree.
it's
that's
like
what
all like whatever. I mean, it's a double IPA, but it's so sweet with a malt. It's very like apricot, kind of grapefruit, citrusy forward, and sweet, and then it has like that huge bitterness. What's the one? It's 120 bitterness units. It's 120. So yeah, 120 bitterness units. The last one I had was 17% ABV. I'm not sure what the latest ones are, but
well, they just came out with. I think they dropped it down to 15.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like when they first joined up with the whole Boston Beer Company thing, they had the Utopia stuff coming out, and those were like the Utopia's barrel aged 120 and the Utopia's barrel aged worldwide stout were like
the worldwide stout.
Those were friggin' phenomenal.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it. It's been like 2 years. I haven't seen any new ones.
Nope. Maybe that was kind of like a one-time thing, maybe.
Yeah, I see like the originals. It was all the same price too, which is the other cool thing. Plus, they dropped the price on them. It used to be almost $40 for a 4-pack. Now they're down to like $32 for a 4-pack. Stellar.
That is true. But then they obviously dropped. Yeah, I think this year's 2024 120 is like 15%. I usually try to pick up 120 every year, but
yeah,
if I see it. I mean, they had that oak age vanilla one worldwide stout, which was really good. I never seen that come back, but that was from like 2018. I think 17, 18, something like that. Yeah, 15.5 is 2024 version at 120 minute. And it's how funny is this? I pull up Untapped 120 minute IPA 2024, and Joe from the Beer Patrol is the 4th picture on Untapped.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like if I Google search anything, like Kettlehead, for instance, like I've done a lot of Kettlehead beers.
And
you Google search Kettlehead, my picture doesn't show up at all. FLX.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting.
Because they promote stuff. They put stuff out there to different platforms, and they reach out to, I don't do any of that stuff. I'm only on YouTube, and I don't do any extras. I'm just like, whatever. I put a video up. When Modest Man was, before they were really kind of known, actually my stuff, like if you would look for Modest Man, a bunch of my videos and posts and stuff were coming up. And then all of a sudden, now it's like, FLX and Joe from the Beer Patrol, and it's like everybody but me. It's like, God damn it. I was the one that like started sharing this shit with people.
So I Google image search. I'd put Modest Man beer review. There's a bunch of different cans. Then there's Greg from Greg's Beer Reviews. Then there's John and Ellie, who's on there a few times.
Yeah, because I gave him a fucking can, son of a bitch.
He's
See
on
what I
there
mean?
3 times. Greg from that's the algorithm is weird.
They hate me.
I mean, most time I try to look up beers that I'm reviewing and no one's reviewed them. Like, has anyone done this beer? No.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I put up beers that like nobody's reviewed before, and it brings up some AI image instead of me.
Right. Right. Yeah, this one's interesting. If you like booze and you like I mean, I'm still getting dark
like
fruit.
bitterness.
Yeah, there's still that slight bitterness. And I'm getting a tad dark fruit on the back end. Like,
yeah, it's I mean, it is what it is. It's an older, it's aged. It's not, this isn't this beer fresh. This is not this beer probably within its recommended aging limits. It's above and beyond. So I kind of hold that into consideration.
that's it. That'd be a good question. Well, I guess it depends, but is you think 5 years is the limit for most beers for them to age like
No,
stuff like this? Or you think they could go 10 plus years?
When I had a Founders, the Canadian breakfast stout, and it said aged for up to 3 years, and I aged it exactly 3 years. It was like my birthday was like the date that it reached 3 years. I'm like, perfect. 3 years on my birthday, opening it up, drinking this beer. It fell off so much. Like all of the all the maple syrup gone.
Yeah.
It was just gone. It was almost like drinking this, where it was just like the notes were just so diluted on the palate and stuff that it was just, it was bad. So I would say my maximum would be between 2 and 3 years of aging anything.
What about non-adjunct type beers?
It's the problem I do have too, because it wasn't a beer.
That's the thing.
I had something, it was over 10 years old, but it was a mead.
Oh, okay.
I had a mead that was like 10 to 12 years old that was like phenomenal. It was from Scotland too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was really good.
3, so I guess 3 would probably be the oldest.
3 would probably be my maximum. Yeah. So anybody out there, we got Shane Fudge, you got Kyle from No Hype. I think even like Joe, the Beer Patrol, I think he has some stuff cellared. If you guys have stuff that's like too old and you can't get through it all, you can ship some beers to Josh.
Right. I'll just keep it in there for
and also
10 years.
Bumpy here.
Right.
And we'll gladly
we'll take them off your hands.
Yeah. We don't want beer to go to waste. That's
we'll do it. We're doing it for science and everyone.
And
and
goodwill.
Exactly. That's what we're here for. So if you got any old beers and you're a little bit nervous to drink them, just send them to us.
If they're over 2 years old, I think you should just give them up.
Yeah, we'll do it for science for you.
Science all the way.
Science. That's like I got that. I'm looking at it right now. That 2015 Firestone Walker anniversary ale coming up on 10 years. It's like 14% or something, 14.3, 13. That's the one I'm supposed to share with Alex. And I said, well, I guess we'll get our puke buckets out because we're probably not going to taste very good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've aged beers for. I mean, I've held on to a 120 for 5+ years. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but I didn't really notice a difference.
Yeah.
I think I got a little bit sweeter with the 120, which maybe it's like now it's even more like a barley wine compared to when you had it fresh. But
Yeah. Some of them, I don't know. They just seem to do
yeah, it's kind of
okay,
luck of
but
the
it's
draw.
just
Sometimes you get
yeah.
one that ages great, you know.
So I'm doing it on like a safety, like do you want to possibly, it's that fine edge of this beer could possibly not be good after 2 to 3 years. Or this
Right?
beer could be fantastic after 5 to 10 years. But do you want to risk it?
Yeah, that's a,
That's where I'd say 2 to 3 years max. You
yeah.
got those beers though from what is it, Caldeon?
Oh, Cantillon, yeah,
Cantillon.
yeah, the
That
Lambics,
say they got like 40-year shelf lives.
Three Fontaine, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never, yeah, I've never really aged those. I kind of always,
But those are totally different beers. I mean, they got live culture, yeast, bacteria in them.
hmm
But
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, sometimes it's luck of the draw. Sometimes I feel like maybe non-adjunct, like heavier beers like barley wines and
yeah,
stouts. You know,
yeah, this one, like the fig, like I said, the fig and the dates are still there, but they're kind of back page. They're in the background.
hmm
I think fresher was probably more prominent. I think that would have been more acceptable. I think it's missing that sweetness factor on the palate. It's kind of bland for the most part. You get the alcohol, and then you get like a bitterness on the tail end, but it's fairly bland.
yeah. It was
So,
even
as far as storytelling, it's black and white.
right. I mean, even as it kind of, I mean, mine was pretty cold. It was in the fridge, but it's warming up now. But
Yeah,
there's really no difference from when it was cold to
the aromas are still really good. That's the crazy thing. It's like
right. Yeah, you definitely get a lot of those raisins or not raisins, dates and figs. I mean, they're pretty
yeah,
similar.
and like a brown sugar type.
Yeah,
I get brown sugar. I get like a brown
yeah.
sugar sweetness. But
I get a little bit of vanilla in there too. Maybe that's
yeah,
it.
or vanilla. There's some type of sweetness that kind of hits.
But then when you drink it, it's like booze, bitterness, like a little bit of bitterness, and then
Hmm.
oh, here's the dates and the figs in the background, like you said.
It's like It's like got this cardboardy thing going for it a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah. Not oxidized, just cardboardy.
The pizza looked really good, but it tastes like cardboard.
Right? The toppings look great. The
Hmm.
crust, not the greatest.
No, it's a flavorless dish.
um, so Untapped is giving this the 2017 a 4.05. Let's see. Somebody said
Wow.
cola and caramel, dry and thinner mouthfeel, no sign of cardboard or oxidation.
No sign of cardboard.
Yeah.
What happened? I just said
Uh,
that.
somebody said definitely seems more dark fruit forward, which when did you drink this? May of this year. Maybe a little old, decent
Yeah.
though.
So people are drinking this super aged.
Yeah,
That's nuts.
yeah. Somebody said tastes like sherry or Madeira, Madeira. I don't. I always fuck that word up. But, yeah. I mean
Madeira.
Madeira. That's what it is. Madeira.
Yeah. I mean, I could see like a sherry type thing. Yeah, kind of like almost going vinaigrette.
Yeah, the last person that drank this on Untappd, it was July 15th, 2024. And it said no sign of cardboard oxidation. Cola and caramel is what they said. Dry and thinner mouthfeel.
I don't get cola. I don't get
I don't
caramel.
get caramel. Definitely get some of
I
that
do get
cardboard.
cardboard.
Yeah. I wouldn't say oxidation, but I definitely get a little cardboard.
Yeah. And who knows how that, different bottles can be
Different
different too.
bottles, yeah, the way they,
But
who knows. Like wet
yeah,
cardboard. Y'all got wet cardboard over there?
I don't see how they still is that's average from the entire time that this has been around though, right?
I guess so, yeah.
That
There's
4 point
6,000.
basically 4.0.
Yeah, it says, yep, total check-ins 6,037. Unique
Yeah.
check-ins 5,216.
I'd kind of because I kind of land this in like the good range. I'd probably like kind of
Yeah.
lower end good. Probably landed like around a 37 or 3.7 for me.
Yeah, I mean, I do mine out of 100, so I'd probably put it at like 85.
Yeah, so out of 100, if you want to double it, so it's 67, 84.
Yeah, so we're right around the same. Yeah, same ballpark. Yeah, there's definitely like some sort of ring on the bottom of this fucking, like a sediment ring or something. It's like caked on there. But yeah, I mean, it's not. I think maybe a couple years back it might have still had those flavors, but maybe it's just too old. I mean, it's still a good beer. It's not like it's terrible, And like I said, I had it years ago. I don't know if it was fresh when I had it first time or not, but so I don't really remember what it tasted like.
That bitterness is still kicking around. They must use they use Chinook.
They don't. Yeah, they don't say the hops.
Those are the hops. Yeah, definitely. It definitely has like a West Coast kicky, like super bitter. So
yeah, they don't really give you much information on the website. Flavor sweet and fruity.
yeah, and the aromas.
Right.
For the old one, like I said, I think that would have stood out more, being fresher. That's why I think, like I was saying, I think I would have liked this one fresher over the Sierra Nevada Sierra Nevada Dogfish Head. There we go.
Bigfoot.
Yeah, Bigfoot, which I do have right here.
There you go. Is that this year's 2024 or
2024? Yeah, I bought one bottle of it to
nice.
age because I know that I don't like these super fresh.
Oh yeah.
I just bought one to age. So it sits
for what, 2 years?
Just until somebody brings it up that wants to do like a Sierra Nevada Bigfoot Ale live stream, and I'll be like, "Oh, I got one." This is what it's one of those beers that it's just like I can just leave there. I don't really care about drinking
it. Right? Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to see I guess they still make this. I thought they stopped making it, but
they still make it.
Well, I'm looking at dates. Let's see. I typed in 2018. They're still out there. 2019. Let's see if that pulls up.
Look for 2023, 2024. Because they've definitely dropped a lot of.
I definitely spelled it wrong in the description. It's supposed to have an E.
You don't know how to spell old?
It's supposed to have an E on the end of it.
Yeah, it's OLDE.
Yeah, I put. Well, that's what I had initially, and I was like, let's take the E off.
At least they spelled school correctly.
So no one will be able to watch this because they would be like, hey, let's look at this old school Dogfish Head review. My review won't.
Well, typically it is though. It is an old school.
Right?
It's vintage.
What was I looking at? Oh, the 2024 or 2023 old school. Oops, not 2013. Shit. I know they definitely have that. I do not see anything. I was trying to see when the last year. I don't think. I think maybe 2019 was the last year they made it. Let's see. Nope. Maybe. I guess it was 2018.
Huh.
I think yeah. It looks like because I type in 2019 old school and nothing really pops up. But like when I typed in 2018, there was like Untapped and all that jazz. Beer Advocate.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing.
One of my favorite Dogfish Head beers was defunct years ago. It was the um,
Golden Shower. They had one called
yeah,
Golden
the
Shower.
Golden Shower. No,
It
it
was
was
like
the
an
rot.
imperial.
It was the
Oh, the
rot.
rot. Yeah.
The noble rot, which was a saison that they used like grapes that had started rotting. I guess it was the whole. Not sure of exactly the reason why they stopped making it, but
Drinking some old time beer. There you go, Lord Chesterfield. Watching you guys and listening to Southside Johnny and the Ashbury Dukes. Quit yawning. You're making me tired. Bumpy. That's what he said.
yeah.
Well,
Well, I mean,
cheers.
this old school is kind of boring.
It's old school. These new kids in there.
Yeah. And stop listening to somebody else. You can't hear what we're saying. We're saying very
Yeah.
important things.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
changing the world, and you're just ignoring it.
Right? How dare
You're going to
you?
be left in the past, my friend.
Oh, wow. They gave the 2018 a 4.15 compared to a 4.0. Nobody said anything. Let's see. I don't usually like barley wine, but this is good.
The so barley wines, clown shoes used to
Oh
make
yeah.
like fantastic barley wines. Back when they were brewing out of, because they've always been a gypsy brewery, but it was like when they first started up and they were brewing out of Ipswich, Massachusetts. Their barley wines were stellar. Absolutely, like yeah, those were like I saw their barley wines and they used to put them in big bottles, the bomber bottles, and every single one I bought, whether it be American or an English style, because they had like I think four different barley wines they were putting out, and they were all so damn good. And
That's
then
the
they
thing.
had to go, and start getting brewed at friggin' Harpoon Brewing Company.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Well, first they went to Two Roads, so we're getting brewed out of Two Roads, and that's when the stuff really started going bad. And it was just like, oh no,
I used to like. There was that. What was that one IPA that Two Roads had back in the day? It was really
Road to Ruin.
possible.
That's their double IPA. They have Honey Spot. Um, their Rocket to Ruin is really good. Had that one like in the past year and a half or so. Rocket to Ruin was good. It was a nice double IPA.
Oh yeah, I think it was Road to Ruin, but they changed the logo or
they have they have a really nice. It's like, is it a pumpkin beer? It's they put it out on Halloween anyways. I can't remember if it's a pumpkin style ale, or if it's like an Oktoberfest, like an Imperial Oktoberfest or something. But it's a rosemary Rosemary Baby.
Oh yeah, I think Alex drank that or something, or you did.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah. I'm not
Which
too
is
big.
still a film, The Rosemary's Baby. It's still a film I haven't watched yet. And I should. I'm gonna watch it this year.
You are correct, Tommy Carroll. We did get swept by the Yankees yesterday, so thanks for bringing back those bad memories. But we'll see how it goes in August. But yeah, I mean, there's really not too much more to talk about this beer. I mean, unless you got something, any more flavor in it.
No, I got no. I'm talking about other beers. I'm not even talking about this
Yeah.
beer anymore.
So we both kind of gave our thoughts on it, our kind of scores. I know you were on a score.
Yeah.
But you gave it what, like a 37 or something, 38.
Yeah, I wish if it was fresher, I think that this was like one of those like it'd probably be up in that excellent range. But as it stands after what, 7 years?
7 years, yeah.
It's definitely it's fallen off. If the
Right.
aromas were coming through on the palate, this thing would still be like a very good brew.
Yeah.
No, it's fallen off for sure.
It's not terrible, just not probably
Terrible.
what it was when it was fresh, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got any shout outs? Anything coming up on the channel?
No, yeah, I don't have anybody in mind right away to shout out other than, people we already know. People that, Tommy Carroll already watches anyways.
Right.
But yeah, on my channel, of course, my beer reviews, kind of caught up. I'm trying to not put out a video every single day, but every other day or so, I'll try to put something out. Just keep my beer review videos relevant. Frozen pizza videos I put out. I'm trying to do at least one a week. So I'll have some more of that stuff coming up. I can't even remember. It's always a surprise, because when it comes to the frozen pizza stuff, sometimes
Right.
I'll do a couple frozen pizza within a week, but then it's like a month later by the time I'm actually editing it. It's like, I'm like, I don't even remember what the hell I said about this pizza. It's gonna be so interesting.
Oh hell yeah! Everyone look out for. I put Bumpy's. Well, everyone probably knows Bumpy's channel. But anyways, I still put it out in case somebody randomly finds this video on YouTube searching for a review of Old School from Dogfish Head. Maybe they'll like, oh, who are these people? But appreciate Bumpy for sending this to me.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Sorry I wasn't up to your standards. I know, I don't remember what it tasted like when I had it years ago anyway, so I almost picked that up today. I saw a 6-pack, but I did not. We had a 6-pack and a 12-pack. Yeah. Tommy Carroll says, talk to a German rep for beer. Set the Oktoberfest will be out in a couple of minutes. Oh, that's why you were showing it, yeah. Yeah, they're everywhere already.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, we already got Pumpkin out, so go on and get your pumpkin beers, your Oktoberfest, Marsden's, best beers. It's all out there. For the most part.
Yeah, Hacker Shore already has their stuff out for October.
Yeah, Vines Definer.
Yep.
Pretty sure I saw that. All Enter. Sierra Nevada. Sam Adams.
I saw Allagash. No, not Allagash. Gang.
I haven't had Alma Gang in years.
Gang has their pumpkin beer out again. It's nasty. That trick or treat one that they do, or haunted house, what the hell it's called.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so gross.
I thought
First
I
first
thought
pumpkin
Haunted
beer
House
of the season. It's
Almagang or
so good.
Allagash.
I can't remember if it's Allagash or Ommegang.
Allagash has like the haunted house one, I think.
All I know is that it's some friggin' it's one of those friggin' like Belgian style, like it's like a stout or something, but it's got
Yeah, I think that's Allagash. It's like haunted
yeah.
house or something like that. It's like a
No, it's not
port.
the Allagash. It's not the Honda. It's the trick or treat one. It's Ommegang.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I know that
That's been
Allagash.
out for 2 weeks. That's been out for 2 weeks. I'm just like, yeah, no. I think it's got peanut butter and shit in it. It's nasty.
Yeah, that one's. Yeah, the
They make
haunted
it
house.
sound like it's gonna be like a peanut butter cup or something. It tastes it's gross.
Oh,
It's
then they got that.
absolutely gross.
They
So
got the.
I don't see how they keep bringing it out every single year. It's like, dude, do something different. It's not a
Did you try
winner.
that? That I know Alex liked
Who
it,
is
but
drinking that shit?
I guess some people are buying it. I guess
That's
the
the
market's
problem. Like, who the hell why?
people must hype them up
Do
about it.
another attempt. It's like if I made something gross, tell me. I won't do it again. If you're gonna lie to me and tell me it's great, oh wow, I did a great job. I'm gonna do it over and over again. If you hate it, you did it upon yourself, people.
People must love it. Teach their own, I guess.
That's why I don't listen to people. I listen to
Yeah, you just
myself. It's like, yeah,
right.
when I cook, if I eat something, I'm like, oh, that's off. And everybody else is like, oh, it's really good. And it's like, no, it's fucking off.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it's not. This is not what it's supposed to be. It's off.
Right.
You can tell me all you want that you love it. It's like, no, it's overly salty. No, it's great. Nah, it's too much salt.
Oh, this beer is great. Yeah.
I'll learn next time.
Right. Right. I'll learn from my
I'll learn
mistakes.
from my own mistakes.
Yeah. Right. Um. Yeah. Appreciate you, Bumpy. Shout out to me. Check out for another beer review. I'm not sure. My fridge is getting pretty low. I don't know what I could really. I got some stuff I haven't. I think the last one I did was either that Bellwoods one or Toppling Goliath. I think it's the Bellwoods one. Purple Paisley from Canada, but
Yeah.
I don't know if you get
No, I haven't seen any of that stuff.
Bellwoods.
Yeah, you and Bear Patrol have been doing that.
Yeah, they. What else did they? Oh, because we got a drop of it before, and then it went pretty quick, and I was at the bottle shop and I saw
I
that.
did get a new tired hands.
That's right. Yeah, the Tired Hands. Yeah, they're good. I like the Tired Hands. I need to send you some Parish. Have you had Parish? No, you haven't, right? Ghost in the Machines.
Yes, I've had Parish because when I went down to Texas, but the problem was um, Texas craft, like the stores don't seem to give a crap.
Oh,
Because
it was out of
the
date.
area that I was in, it was I had the Monarch, and it was like a year old, and it's an IPA.
But you've never had Ghost in the Machine.
I've had Ghost in the Machine, but it was a collaboration with Equilibrium.
Oh, well, I'm
And
talking about like the
it was
original.
brewed by
Like,
Equilibrium. So yeah.
we'll have to send you some Ghost in the
So I've
Machine.
had Parish, but I've never had fresh Parish.
It's good. It's delicious. And they got variants. I know they're dropping. Well, it came out today. The Infinite Ghost, which I think I've had. I think it's like no, the Holy Ghost is the triple. But yeah, Parish is good. Well, you don't like coffee. I was gonna say they're Reeve or Rev or whatever. Reeve, I think it's Reeve. Stout is delicious. It's only like 5 or 6%, but you gotta like fresh ground coffee. It smells like you get a lot of coffee in that beer. But I mean, it's not bad price either. Like $14 for a 4-pack or something. But yeah, check out some beer review from me, or maybe a live or something. Maybe this weekend. Instagram Philly Crooker 87, which I'll be posting. I'm saving a little bit in this bottle so I can pour the rest in there and do my little post on my Instagram as well too. But other than that, shout outs for other people. Check out, I just had his name. A Beer with TK. He's a pretty good channel. Rob John's Beer Reviews. If you ever watch that guy, he's like out of California. He kind of does a lot of the same similar breweries. He does a lot of Altamont and stuff like that, Hen House. But interesting fellow. He's cool. And then the Old Growler. I've been watching his stuff too. He's cool. I think he's like somewhere on the East Coast. I mean, New York, Boston area. I'm not sure, but yeah. Other than that, I don't really have anything. Unless you have anything else to add, Bumpy.
No, nothing else.
But yeah, just want to thank Bumpy again. Check his channel out, Bumpyisms. It's in the description. Put it in there. And yeah, we did a little science experiment tonight. So 7-year-old beer. Not terrible, but like Bumpy said,
not delicious.
right? Yeah, so it's not a drain for him, but yeah, it just happens. Things fall off, so but yeah. Appreciate the chat. Tommy Carroll has been chatting in the chat. Him and Bumpy. He's sharp as a marble. And had Samantha Lee in here. Cheers. I don't know if you're still watching. I don't think anyone's watching. And then Ghost was the first one. So yeah, we're gonna end this. Cheers to everyone stopping in, whether you're lurking, chatting, doing whatever. Appreciate the support, and appreciate Bumpy for sending this beer to me. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. So cheers. Happy Thursday. Happy Friday, Junior, by the way.
That too. Cheers.
Is it okay if I shout out you two guys? Sure. Shout at us or shout?
Are you gonna yell at us?
Yeah, shout us out. Shout it from the rooftops. Just don't shout at us, because then Bumpy might tear up a little bit. He doesn't like to be shouted at.
Yeah, I get scared.
He gets scared and nervous. He gets scared and nervous.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, cheers everyone, and we'll catch you on the next one later. Bye-bye.